Hi, and welcome to episode 38 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean, and this is my weekly podcast where I share my quilting adventures. I would like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast. I hope you enjoy it today. But if you are new, I would love it if you take just a few moments to say hi and introduce yourself in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. Where possible, any channels, products, or other things that I mention in the podcast, I'll put links in the description below. But if you ever need help or more information, definitely reach out in the comments or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help. But let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. The first one is one we've been working on for quite a while called the Scrappy Diamond, and we're getting very, very close to the finish line. Early this week, I went ahead and put the colored border on the side. I've already done the top and the bottom in previous weeks, but this is what I did on the left-hand side. It's just all random and scrappy. It's a lot of fun. So this is what it looks like. And so all I have left to do now is the right hand side, and then the quilt top for this will be completed. Super excited that this one's almost done, and we can then move on to another project. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about, I've talked about it for a few weeks, is the Mythical Darksons. And I cut out the first block, I assembled some of it yesterday, and I also finished it late last night. And this is how it looks. This is what they call the Merween, although Heather from Debt Free Quilter likes to call it a Sea Dog, and I like the name that she used. So we will probably call it both different names. So that is all that I have right now for works in progress. I do have other stuff to show you later in the episode, but before that, let's go ahead and do our week in review. And for anyone that's new, this is just a series of clips that I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, along with the pups who are very popular on this channel, so I hope you all enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Week in Review segment. Last week I asked you guys about your sewing space and whether you have a dedicated space or a shared space, and I loved hearing all the different answers. A lot of you do have the luxury of having your own space, whether it's a basement or a dedicated room, or in some cases several rooms, whereas others, like myself, have a shared space. I think it's great that we make use of the space that we are able to use, and I thank each and every one of you for answering that question last week. This week's question is about quilt shows. It seems to be a pretty common thing right now. I know Stephanie did her premiere last night with the one that she went to and entered, and Donna, Handmade by Ying, is doing one for the Manassas show in Virginia that her and Becca went to, and Tucker. And for those that have been asking me this week about the Virginia State Fair and when that's going to be, we'll find out the results in 2 weeks. So it's a nerve-wracking 2 weeks, but we're getting closer to the finish line on that. But yeah, definitely let me know if you've been to a quilt show, which ones, and if not, would you like to go, and if so, which ones in the comments. I'd love to hear your responses. So in case you missed it, this was a busy week for me here at The Guy Who Sews. And on Monday was Labor Day, so I took the advantage of having an additional live for you guys. And I had my friend Courtney from Pieces Love and Quilting join me, and we hung out for close to 2 hours just and doing sewing and chatting and everything else. I worked on the Scrappy Diamond, and she had another project she was working on. On Wednesday, I went ahead and made a channel trailer for this channel, and it also explains why I use different colors on the thumbnails. Definitely check that out. You know, it's not all random. On Thursday, I released the final part of my t-shirt quilt series, tutorial series, and I'm so excited that it's finally done. So that way, if you guys want to make a t-shirt quilt and need assistance or need a tutorial, it is there for you guys. And if you need help with that, definitely reach out. I'm always happy to do so. And then on Saturday, my plans had changed a few times because I was meant to go up to join Donna and Becca, but that didn't pan out, unfortunately. But they actually were able to join me on my live. So I had Becca, Donna, and Courtney join me yesterday on a live, so it was an absolute hoot, and I hope you all enjoy that as well if you haven't seen that already. This Saturday morning's live on the 17th of September will be over at my friend Courtney's channel, Pieces, Love and Quilting. So it'll be the same time, 8 a.m. Eastern, but she'll be hosting it for us. It's going to be myself, her, and Beth. And again, we'll just do a whip party because we just find it's a lot of fun just to work on stuff we're already working on and just enjoy each other's company. And it's always great to have all our friends join us as well in the chat. So definitely check that out. So the goals for this week. With my goals, I set myself a pretty high bar, and I don't expect to get them all done. It's just good to have a list, so that way I know what would like to get done during the week. The first one is I'd like to finish off the Scrappy Diamond. I'm getting very close to the end on that, so I think that's a pretty realistic goal for that. The next one is Clue 7 of the So Sweet Puzzle Mystery Quilt. I'm about halfway through that clue, so again, that should be pretty easy to knock out pretty quickly. I'd like to get another panel or another block done of the Mythical Darksons. And then finally, I would like to get done the swap blocks, the sweet treats, the popsicles that I showed you last week, and I'm going to show you again in more detail in just a little while. I'd like to get those finished because the deadline for that is actually this Saturday, so I do need to meet that if at all possible. So normally I talk about other content creators at this point, about the ones I've been watching recently, but because this week was so crazy at work, I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of videos. But I would like to talk a little bit about some of my friends' milestones that they hit recently. The first one is my good friend So Becca, who recently hit 15,000 subscribers, and I believe she still has a giveaway going on there. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely head over to her channel and join in the giveaway because that's a lot of fun. My friend Stephanie Stitches from Quilting with Stephanie and Stephanie Stitch, I forget what her new channel name is, recently hit 4,000 subscribers as well. I'm super excited for her and so proud of her for all the work that she's done with her channel. Danny from So Not an Expert has hit 200 subscribers. She has worked tirelessly to get her subscriber count up and great videos out there. And I'm super excited to see that she got 200 subscribers today. So definitely support her as well if you haven't checked her out already. And then my other good friend Beth from Goody Goods hit 800 subscribers on Friday night. Becca was great. She sent everybody over after her live over to Beth to support her, and we got her up and over 800 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. And then my other friend Courtney, who I've talked about 6 times already in this podcast, is getting very, very close to 300 subscribers, and I'd love to see her hit 300 in the next day or two. So again, if you haven't checked out her channel, definitely head over and check her out. I'm going to put all the links in the description below, so that way you know who I'm talking about. And then myself, I am very, very close to hitting my 4,000 watch hours. And I'm about 150 hours shy. So I would love to hit that number because that's a big number for me as well. So congratulations to all those content creators that have hit those milestones. I'm proud of each and every one of you. And thank you for all the support you've given me over the last few months. So now it's time to talk about the mail call, and I got quite a bit in the mail this week. The first thing is this shirt that I'm wearing that I ordered for myself last week. I just saw it and absolutely had to have it because it describes me perfectly. It says introverted but willing to discuss quilting, and that's definitely me. The other things that came in the mail was some of the blocks for the Sweet Treats swap blocks that I've been participating in from Quilts on Tour. As a recap, we got this one last week from Yvonne Shaw, and I just think this one's beautiful of all the different colors. And then this week I got this one from Gail Pryor, and I don't know if you're watching, Gail, but if you do, please let me know in the comments. I love the blues that you used here. And then Tina Muntfield, again, if you are watching, definitely let me know in the comments. I just love these blocks that these two ladies made for me, and I've heard there's quite a few more coming in the mail in the near future, and I'm going to get mine out as well. So now it's time to talk about our finished objects, and I have a few different items to show you this week. The first one is I made this bowl holder for our exchange student. I found that she loves Star Wars, and I had some Star Wars fabric laying around, So I thought this would be a perfect thing because you can never have too many bolt holders, especially going into winter. And then I just use this blue and black fabric. It kind of looks like space to me. So I thought that was a nice little, and as soon as she saw it, she loved it. She sat there and held it for a while. So she's very, very happy with that little gift. The next thing I made was a couple of drawstring project bags for my wife. This is the first one. I still have to put the drawstring in, but it's basically done. And then this is the interior. She picked out all these fabrics herself. I think they look really, really nice. And then this is the other one. They're both full full themed, and it's got to have the same interior as the other one. And then finally, I showed you last week I made a couple of the blocks already for the Sweet Treats swap that I'm going to send these off. This is the one I made last week, the pink and the yellow. And then this week, my friend Martha asked me to make the purple ones next, and I was like, you know what, why not? It's Amanda's favorite color and many of others. So this is my purple one. The purples are, I think it's by Norcott Fabrics, and it was actually some leftover fabric I had from a quilt that I made for my manager when she retired, because she was a huge purple fan. So that is what I have this week for my completed objects. I would just like to say thank you to everybody that watches. Every view, every comment, every like means the absolute world to me as a content creator. It is something simple that you guys can do, but it absolutely means, because it just shows me that you are enjoying the videos. I always love hearing your comments, so definitely leave me a comment if you are happy with the video. Hit that like button, and I just hope you enjoyed today's episode, because this is pretty much it for today. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. Happy sewing. I hope you get as much sewing in as you want this week, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.